Hey yo, what's good gamers? This is generic YouTuber Male7 and I gotta be honest with you gamers, games have not scared me properly in a long time. You could probably make a case that this is because of the overwhelming emotional drain caused by today's society and the world economic situation. But I think it's more important to actually point to the state of horror video games. Because horror games are in this weird spot right now. We just had Alan Wake 2, which is a fantastic game, but the horror of it is kinda weak. Alan just sorta gets Jimmy Neutron brain blasted with modern online speak and suffers a seizure. This is great storytelling because I relate to this. But was it scary though? Maybe to some, not so much to me personally. So what other notable horror games released recently? Silent Hill the short message? More like Silent Hill is a fucking dead franchise. Garden of Banban. Yeah, this one looks really scary. Amnesia the Bunker was a great little experiment, but when it comes to atmosphere and tone, it gets cleared by Soma and the first Amnesia pretty hard. Or even older frictional games like Penumbra. Last year's best horror game is probably Dead Space, because it's a remake of the best horror game from 2008. But this video is not really about all of that. In this video I want to take you back to 2014 when a certain studio conceived a AAA video game that did the unthinkable. It was moody, it was subtle, atmospheric. It struck genuine fear into me. It made me feel isolated. In the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria for 5 nights! I can't believe this actually came out in 2014. It feels like it came out in 1894 with the invention of fucking fire, because we've been hearing about this franchise non-consensually forever. But no, this video is about Alien Isolation. A game that I can't believe came out in 2014. It feels like this thing is 3 years old at maximum. Just look at the graphics, man. It feels like those The Day Before trailers, except this is real and not a fucking scam. Wait. Shut the fuck up. Did you hear that? This video game is such a filthy one-trick pony, my gynoid. Like, the story, it doesn't matter in the slightest. You are in an Alien film, one of the good ones. Because of that, you know what you can expect from the story. You know the xenomorph is gonna be there, you know how he's gonna move and sound like. But here's the thing that will blow you in the mind. It's not a movie where this dude is constrained by the movie's script, locked in this monolith of glass and plastic 5 meters away from you. This is a video games. There is no script. He's in your ears now, and he's not gonna sugarcoat it. The team behind this video game had access to all the movie sound effects and they went psycho with it. You never know if that noise is just a creaky pipe or the alien shambling at max speeds towards the vent right in front of you. I swear to God they mixed actual sounds of the xenomorph into the environment, because that don't sound like no goddamn plumbing I'm familiar with. He's in there, man, I'm telling you. The fucking motion tracker, man, check it. He's trying to trick me. He stopped fucking moving. He's inside the walls. He's inside my skin. He's inside my fucking head. Oh no, wait, that was actually just a pipe or something. What's that ugly ass dog doing there though? I don't say this lightly. I don't get scared by games that much anymore. But this game borders on being a torture device. The tension is unbelievable. But you can't do this one thing forever. You're meant to sit there for hours at a time. Your brain needs varied stimuli to activate your neurons. The excitation transfer theory explains that intense fear brought about by tension in a horror game can also intensify the feeling of relief once the suspense fades. I don't know what that means actually, I just copied something from Google by the way. In simple words, if you are chased by hostile man-creature all the time, it wouldn't be so scary, it would be an evening with my dad. But you need those moments when you are not sure what's gonna happen. Moments when you are actually safe to reset everything back to zero. And some puzzles to keep you under constant pressure. So to make the game less samey, they gave you some other enemies like the humans and androids. The humans are kinda boring, the only point of their miserable existence is to summon the xenomorph by making noise with their bang sticks. But joke's on them, because you can do that yourself, depopulating the entire playable area. I thought the same about the androids for the longest time, but they actually make for a great secondary enemy now that I think about it. You know, like the zombies to the Nemesis or Mr. X. Speaking of Resident Evil, around hour 9 of your playthrough, the xenomorph is temporarily taken out of the equation and the game suddenly turns from Outlast to a straight up survival horror classic. I was playing around with all the tools at my disposal, going lengths to dispose as many enemies as I can with as little resource use, soaking in the environmental detail. It was honestly a very nice change of pace. But at some point the TSA got tipped off about my illegal firearms.
Firearms detected.
You've got to be shitting me.
Place firearms on security conveyor. Seegson and Apollo, thank you.
I'll bet.
Thank God they didn't check my pockets for all the spicy drinks I took aboard the plane. I'm not a big fan of the Transportation Security Administration. Oh shit. Some people say this game is too long, and all I have to say is...
Nice of you. One small issue. I am inside your home.
No, but seriously, that's pretty subjective, obviously. But I never understood that personally. I sat there for 20 hours total playtime and had the time of my life with a game so unique and intense that I'm legitimately afraid it will affect whenever or not I can consume and enjoy other horror medium. I mean, there's nowhere to go from the absolute peak but down, you know? But that's the beauty of Isolation. It's a masterfully crafted game. You are not meant to get hung up on its questionable level design, weird AI quirks, or the game being too lengthy. You shouldn't even care at all about beating it. But at the same time, you shouldn't just play it. You need to experience it. Savor it. Get jump scared so badly you will never forget it. It's all part of the menu. But that 5 Nightly Fred game is alright too, I suppose.